Colin.
The 8-Man was my favorite guy. With Racist Dave and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm still
And then I
friends
started
with
listening to
Racist
PTR exclusively, and then Colin, you're the guy.
And now, back to PTR Radio with Colin.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of PTR Radio here in the fabulous interweb. Boy, seems like it's been forever, but it's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Been a minute or two. Tell you what, though, I had fun over the last, especially since last Thursday. I did a trivia night last Thursday night for the Sangamon County Credit Union Association. So it was actually kind of fun because I wasn't the person out there reading the questions. I was literally behind the scenes because I had a big screen in front of me. So you had to work hard to see me.
Okay.
I was behind the curtain, but my daughter actually ran everything, and showboated, and this is the event where she gets to let her hair down and show that she is my daughter, and everybody came up to her afterwards and said, "Well, you have no problem being in front of people." So somebody actually said she sounded like another person on the local radio, so I guess that's good.
Maria Palmer?
No, no, one of the local country station DJs. So, know. But yes,
I like Maria Palmer.
I don't know who Maria Palmer is.
She's on Rock 95.5, Chicago.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, she's not bad.
I actually listen to the morning mosh pit at work because for some reason I like that morning show better than most of them around here.
Well, I listen to one out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, so usually you don't like the people that are local if you have a choice.
Yeah.
So, so much for local, live and local. Nobody listens to live and local.
Well, listen, iHeartRadio has made it very, very... Well, that's weird. I just logged into Facebook and it's saying that our October 6th live video will be deleted?
Yeah, they started pruning off old videos. So we don't get as many videos on Facebook video anymore because, and I guess they're not primarily a video platform. So, that kind of made sense. So yes, they're pruning off videos that are older than 30 days.
Okay.
So our videos will be on YouTube, because that is primarily a video platform. But not on Facebook. So if you want to follow us and if you're behind the times, YouTube is the place to see most of our videos. You can see us on Facebook while we're live and, for a short period afterwards. But, don't expect to catch up with us too much on the Facebooks.
Okay.
So speaking of the Facebooks, this past Sunday, I had the pleasure to take part in another internet radio show.
Oh, yes, you did, and I completely forgot.
With you weren't feeling good that day either, too, so that was a whole other thing.
Yeah, I got sick, and it was not good.
So I was on... Oh God, I'm gonna get the name wrong. Let me hold on.
That sounds like a very interesting show.
Yeah, our Sonic Synergy, I believe it is, with our good friend from the NHB days, Kevin Reeves. And we got to just bullshit a little bit about old times and what have you. And interestingly enough, the flagship show of their network, remember when networks were a thing?
Yeah.
The flagship show of their network goes against us in this same time slot. And no, we are not trying to start some kind of internet radio war again because, well, we're adults now.
Yeah.
But they did ask if we would consider moving to Thursdays and joining their network.
No.
And I said, well, listen, we've been doing Mondays for a long, long time now.
Long time. And every time we used to change dates and times to coordinate with the network, usually that network went under within about 3 months. So,
So it's a kiss of death for you guys, not for us. But good group of guys, I gotta say. It was a good time.
Yeah.
They could not entice me anymore by trying to offer me some kind of beer sponsorship, so that wasn't happening. But no, it was fun. We'll when the episode is up, and it might actually be up now, I will share a link on the PTR Radio page.
Yeah,
and we were invited back, right? So
yeah. So I saw it. I see it in their listings actually. So Mike, I just threw it in chat. If you want to throw it out to our socials, that's fine. So yeah, PTR Bra Sonic Synergy for October 26, 2025. Welcomes a new guest to our rotating roundtable or riffraff. We talk everything from NHB history to drinking weed.
Yes.
You definitely made an impression.
I told them the foot melting story, so yeah.
Yeah.
The irony here is there was also a segment on there, and I don't want to spoil it, where they tuned in to PTR.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To an episode a while back. And it got us into a discussion about what equipment we use. Now, for those who don't know, Kevin and his girlfriend, partner, Christina, they're blind. So they don't see the visual. They only hear us.
Mm-hmm.
And Christina took issue with our show because I guess you and I were coming through to the whatever stream they were listening to very hot that episode. And she accused us of broadcasting using Blue Yetis. Which I said... the irony here is that the one guy that you said sounded good was the one guy that was on a Blue Yeti.
That's true. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, this is mostly it's bubblegum and duct tape is what we use to hold the show together
for the most part. Yeah.
As you can tell by many cords that end up getting switched out and, dropouts of headphones like last show and everything else. So, yeah, this is not high dollar. This is it's a lowbrow, low budget, I think is what you could call this show. In fact, that sounds like a great title. But yeah. No, well, that's great. I'm great that you had. It's great that you had a good time reminiscing with Kevin. Always enjoyed that. The favorite story that I always like to tell from our time with that, the first network that any of us were really with, NHB days, is when Kevin took the stage at the African American Festival, and yes. Not to be too crude about it, but a African American festival, and the short white guy took the stage, and everyone started to leave, and then Kevin started to sing, and then they all turned around and said, "What is this white boy doing? We're curious." And then Mike and former co-host of the show, Nate, went running because none of us thought to bring a camera or a recorder to this event.
Yes. So we did share that story with Kevin's audience, and we made it very clear that this was back in the days before camera phones.
Yes.
So it wasn't like you had your video recorder with you at all times. And when I say Nate and I ran, Nate and I don't run.
No. No.
But we did.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, and I believe we said this back then too, two white boys running in the middle of the AFRAM festival probably wasn't the best image.
No. No. But
So,
it was a sight to behold and something I will always remember.
Oh, yes.
You know, so yeah, it was a boy, and yeah, just a bunch of white guys roaming around the AFRAM festival. You know, if we hadn't been out of shape, it could have looked a lot worse than what it really was. You know, most of us were, Mike, you were in the best shape of all of us. I think you and Sloan, which he looked like someone who shouldn't have been there. But, you know, the rest of us were very portly, still are. You know, we had no business being there. But,
Well, okay, I will fully agree with that part.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was a great time. It was a good experience, and you know, something that I will always remember.
Yeah. We're saying that of the three of us, Mike is the one who actually is, you know, an athlete, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Or resemble one.
Yes.
You know, I stayed at Holiday Inn Express last night.
Yeah, he plays one on
well,
TV.
I mean, goalie doesn't. You don't really move much outside of your assigned area, but
yeah, but you know, still,
I have to move. I have to
sport.
move quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Short distances, quick reactions. That's what you have to do.
Yes.
You're a sprinter, not a marathoner. You know, that's what we can say. So, but yeah. So it was. So that's cool. It's cool that you guys got back together. So that was great. Yeah, I was not feeling well. I got hit. It seems like there was a seasonal flu that was really going around hard and heavy, and like hit everybody for like 2 or 3 days, and then would just go away. And I firmly believe it's going to be coming back because the last few days it's been like in the 50s, lower 60s, and someday this week it's scheduled to be in the 70s again. So allergies are just not going to know what to do. Sinuses are going to get completely screwed up. And so I believe everyone is going to have a big problem on their hands with sinus infections and whatnot coming up here real soon.
I know.
Yeah, we need a multi-day long hard freeze to take care of the allergies. That's going to be a long time.
Yeah.
Before we get that.
So yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a bad cold season, I think, coming up. So,
Well, luckily, the medical world is having some advancements lately. I read something today that in Canada, they have developed an mRNA vaccine that can cure peanut allergy.
really,
Which, to me, is important because this could, lead, I think it's a 4-dose shot, and it's still going through testing, but this could help cure a lot of allergies, but more importantly, it will bring peanut butter and jelly back into the mix as the preferred lunch for children in school.
that is the most important thing. Between that and keeping puppies as puppies forever, those are the two big things that we need to look for.
Right. That's great. That's not the most important thing.
What is the most important thing then, Colin?
The most important thing is that when you fly Southwest Airlines, they'll give you a packet of peanuts again instead of stupid little crackers.
That only affects me when I fly, which is like once every 10 years. So
I don't fly, and when I do, I don't fly Southwest. I fly JetBlue, where you get the blue potato chips.
I fly Southwest because it's free. Yeah, but their point system for doing flights with the credit cards is amazing. But no, the reason I actually bring it up is that actually was a hot topic last couple of days. So Southwest announced that they were going to have pistachio on their flight. They had some partnership with Wonderful to have the Wonderful pistachios be what's given out. And all these people are complaining that they can't fly on Southwest because they have free nut allergies. And I'm like, oh, well, now they're going to include the free shot before you go on the flight. That way they can give out pistachio.
well, see, I always get the Lorna Dunes. So, if they have those in as an option. I like the old people cookies.
To Colin's point, the problem is if you have one person with a tree nut allergy on a plane, you can't.
It was working just fine, damn it. I didn't move, I didn't touch, I didn't do nothing. All of a sudden, Mike gone. He can still talk to the stream. Everybody can still hear him except for me in my damn headphones. And I don't know why.
Colin.
Everybody can still hear
I'm fine.
Mike. I can't.
Colin. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear Colin?
No, you can't hear me either. But see, the thing is,
okay, so
this is
but
irritating.
all
right, talk amongst yourselves.
Yes, we are. So when I'm flying, I can't eat. I can't eat the cookies and I can't eat the crackers. They all have sugar in them. Well, if they give me nuts, I can have nuts. Nuts are on my diet.
Okay. Well, what I was trying to get across to Shaggy is if you have one person on that plane that has a tree nut allergy, then nobody can have tree nuts because the airline doesn't want to get sued.
Yes. I mean, the airline won't stop you from bringing your own nuts on the board, but they won't give them out.
Well, okay, so that kind of all right. I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know. To me, it seems like six of one, half dozen of the other. It's just liability gets shifted to the passenger and not the airline. But that don't even make sense because they're not.
No, if you bring peanuts on board, and somehow that peanut gets to somebody else and they get sick, that's not your liability. You are not responsible for other people having allergies.
Okay, so then why does the airline not give out nuts
because they're actually going through and giving you the nut. So if they come by and give you something and you eat it, then it's an issue.
Okay.
So if you had peanuts and then you started handing them out to people and didn't tell them that they were peanuts, then you might be liable for that. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. But you just having peanut on the plane, that itself is not a problem.
Okay. I guess. Kind of makes sense. So, while he's digging through looking for some kind of new headphone or whatever he's doing, I had posted a link. The happiest place on earth, Colin.
Uh-huh.
I guess there was a 10-day period there where it has been anything but happy because they've had not one, not two, but 3 deaths on Disney property.
Yeah. It's that time of year. No. It's that time of year. It's the fall. When it's the fall, people fall off buildings.
Well, no pun intended. That the one happened to be at the Contemporary. I guess they fell onto the monorail line. Which the Contemporary is one of two. There's 2 that the monorail goes through.
It's the only one the monorail goes through.
That is the only one. Okay. But there were plans for multiple at one point, I thought.
No.
I thought I read something that there was they were supposed to.
I mean, there's multiple resorts that the monorail goes by, but the Contemporary is the only one that goes through.
True. And you hear us now.
Yeah, all of a sudden it just started working again. I didn't touch a damn thing. I've been digging through cables trying to figure out something else. It just, all of a sudden, boom, you're back. This makes no sense.
We were just discussing the deaths at Disney World.
All right, well.
And how it wasn't the happiest place on earth.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's not... Disneyland is, Disneyland
No,
should
Disneyland is... Disneyland is in
California.
California. I could understand people dying there because it's California.
Yeah, true, yeah.
You gotta get on that 15 freeway and go to the middle of nowhere to no, it's California, man.
Wonder if that was it. All right. We'll see.
Why would you go to California when you can go to Florida? That's
true.
The weather's better.
In California?
Oh yeah.
No, California. No, because you got wildfires, smog.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. If
where's-
they're on fire, then you're right. But for the most of the time, okay. January is great in Florida. Middle of the summer is Satan's armpit.
Okay, so let me ask this question then. Why don't you go to the one in California then?
Well, because I don't go to Disney World in the middle of the summer. I go to it in December and when weather's nice. But going to California is it costs more to travel all the way to the other side of the country, and it's not as big.
And it takes more time.
I mean, there's 2 parks in California. There's 4 parks in Florida.
Okay, that's fair.
Besides that, he's got more women waiting for him in Florida than he does in California. I mean, it's all about the bitches and hoes and what, side of the country he's got them waiting for him in.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works. I think more of the. I think there's probably a greater percentage of beautiful women.
I'm impressed that you were able
Los
to say
Angeles.
that with a straight face.
Oh, I know all about Colin. See, he plays it all cool and close to the vest. But really, it's a Disney hookup. That's why he goes so often.
Okay, so you don't even. Okay, I'm actually going to play into this for once to say you have not been to Disney World as of late. Okay. Here's the thing about Disney World.
Yeah.
Disney World is a place 50% full of young women wearing leggings. That's all it is.
You're not helping your case any, right, Mike?
No, I tell you, I'm actually playing into what you're saying. Is you don't actually know it actually is.
There's a single writers app, kind of like
Yeah, we went down. Yeah, but we went down that single
We've
rider.
already gone down.
I
that
even
path.
disagree with that. So
Yeah.
here's what I think we need to do. We need to create Colin a new persona for when he goes.
I've so asked
Colin
him.
and no. Colin is
he
now.
shoots me down
no,
every time.
Shut up for a second. Just
And I will continue to.
Shush. No, listen, Shaggy, you're doing this. I need you to do this for just 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
What we need to do is we need to create a new persona for Colin when he goes. And by that, I mean Colin is no longer a programmer. Colin is the Western Hemisphere's #1 retailer of Lululemon leggings.
Now, is he actually the retailer or is he like the corporate buyer?
Well, he works for Lululemon, so basically unlimited supply of leggings that are buttery soft for these women. And trust me, so you and I are going to have to be wingman. And by wingman, I mean we go around the parks and talk about him, so that the word gets out. Basically, we start the rumor mill for Colin about his Lululemon supply.
So we go around and say, hey, have you seen the boss? He's got a conference call coming up. Okay. All right. I can work with that.
That's our job.
Okay.
Because that's what friends do.
Yeah. By the way, are you doing dentistry during the show? Why do you have like a dentist pick in your hand?
The tweezers.
Okay,
tweezers.
Okay.
I got a splinter, so I just happened to grab the tweezers and okay.
I was just curious if maybe we needed to let you go and get somebody out from under the laughing gas or something.
I mean, I do have a variety of hemostats just in case they're needed.
Mike, I don't want to have to testify in a trial, so probably don't need to give any more information.
These are part of my toolkit, which is my hockey repair kit.
Oh, okay.
Because these are better at pulling laces through when you are making repairs to a glove.
Okay.
As we established, he's the one who actually plays sports.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yes. So
I like how they're dual purpose.
So I have, of course. And God forbid the zombies bite, and I need to amputate.
Mm-hmm.
I have the clamps.
All right.
Probably need more than those four, but I have clamps.
Probably. Do you have surgical tubing so that you can just cut it off quick? It's sad that he's looking to see where it is. So well, never mind. All right. So for all of your back alley medical needs, go to 8-Man Medical Center.
What he's going to do now instead of being a DJ.
I mean, he might as well. Yeah. If the 12-year-old beats you to being a DJ, start up an illegal medical practice. You can YouTube everything you need to know.
That's true. I'm going to go to University of Phoenix and become a chiropractor.
That works. Just tell everybody they just need a juice cleanse and it'll fix everything.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. The whole idea of juicing, John Panette was brilliant because he pointed this out. You don't make money on the courses and advising people to juice. You make money selling them the juicer.
Mm.
And what happens, and then you give them the herbs that they have to mix in with the juice. But you get the industrial juicer that, if you had to, you could juice a ham.
I had people laughing at me the other night because I said that we were dehydrating apples, and we bought the trays are like 2 foot by 2 foot, and it holds like 8 trays to dehydrate.
Okay, yeah.
So not really a professional grade dehydrator, but like a prosumer, I would say, dehydrator, because my wife went through like 6 bushels of apples so far, dehydrating. And then, they were talking about, you can slice those, slicing something else. And I said, oh, yeah, well, during COVID, we were slicing so much, ham and things that I just bought myself a professional slicer, like an actual industrial grade slicer. And they looked at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, well, I've burned through like 3 like consumer slicers, the little bitty ass, circular ones. I'm like, that. I just got tired of burning through those, and they never did a good job. So I just bought the professional grade ones. I'm like, sometimes you just got to spend the money to get the good stuff.
Yeah.
Buy once, try once. What do I say?
So, that's when I was also talking about my wife's speed racks for baking and, everything else that she needed. So, yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah. Just typical stuff that you need for the house. You know.
Yeah.
Well, it's important shit.
You know.
Absolutely.
4 mixers, speed racks, multiple ovens. You know. 20-pound bags of flour. 50-pound bags of sugar. I mean, that's what every home needs for their baking for Christmas.
No.
60 pounds of butter. Doesn't everybody pick up that much during Christmas?
Only if I'm carving the freaking Snow White
Cow.
and the 7 Dwarves.
I mean,
Jesus.
well,
Dude, the Christmas donkey is a butter donkey.
there's a few Paula Deen recipes that she does. So, you
Oh,
need a lot of
all
butter.
right, so,
Okay. I'm
60
sorry.
pounds of butter.
That's
That's okay. Yeah, enough said.
you're a little low. You probably need some more butter then. Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't have a...
Get the grandkids out there churning.
Yes.
That's what you need to do.
Be nice. So we don't have a ton of articles this time around, but you brought up one, Mike, about AI cloning. That looks interesting.
So, yeah, so 2 years after now everyone knows who Suzanne Summers is. She was Chrissy on Three's Company.
Mm-hmm.
She brought us the fantastic infomercial as seen on TV item known as the Thigh Master. Okay? She passed away, and 2 years later, her widower Alan Hamill revealed he's developing an AI clone. This is wrong on so many. This is not what AI was created for. In any way, shape, or form. No, this is the lawnmower man gone wrong. That's what's happening here. No.
I mean, the project was made with training the AI based on her 27 books, hundreds of interviews to replicate her voice and personality. It's being developed for online fan interaction and designed to be an accurate representation of Summers herself, something that both her and her husband believed would be interesting and a service to her fans. They're calling it an AI twin.
So, I don't know how I feel about this, but I know I don't like it, but I don't know where to start on why I don't like it.
Let me ask you this. You've heard about convergence, right? The idea that eventually we'll be able to transfer our consciousness into machines. Okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Longest staple of science fiction.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this. If you get an AI model to learn enough of your life and watch enough of video, recordings and everything of your interactions, all right, that it estimates your reactions to things, all right, have you basically attained convergence?
No.
Well, if it's replicating and responding and reacting the
Key
way
word,
that you
replicating.
would, well, if it's replicating reactions,
at best, what it is doing is being able to replicate the persona that you are trying to make everybody else believe that is who you are.
Okay, but if it's just projecting what you want other people to see, then is it not doing exactly what you would do in life?
No, because it is not using. It doesn't have your rationale. It is reactive. It's not predictive. It's reactive.
Well, yeah, but we're a lot reactive in our own lives.
No.
I mean, we're not necessarily predictive. We can't see the future. We don't know what's going to happen. We can guess given available information, but we're not Spider-Man. We don't have that Spidey sense.
Well,
The AI
okay,
does not have any free will. That's the thing.
Well, not yet, but you know, I'm just you know trying to think out loud here of, you know, if it has enough of your past history that it can, you know, respond in the way that you typically would, how will we know it's any different?
No, because here's the thing. So, Daniel Day-Lewis is an actor who he's a method actor. Okay, so when he portrayed Abraham Lincoln in the movie Lincoln, then he acted as he thought Lincoln would act. And sometimes, even when they weren't shooting, he would act as Lincoln would act. But at no time was Daniel Day-Lewis actually Abraham Lincoln.
Correct, but, you know,
And it doesn't matter how good of an actor he is, at no time is he actually Abraham Lincoln.
but no one today knows the actual Abraham Lincoln.
True.
So if you were to pick up somebody who didn't know who Daniel Day-Lewis was, okay, and set them down with Daniel Day-Lewis portraying Abraham Lincoln, and say, hey, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Lincoln,
Yes.
would they know that he wasn't Lincoln?
No. But that doesn't mean that he is Lincoln. It
But
just means that he
to
is,
them, he would
is-
be.
No, he is perceived as someone named Abraham Lincoln. Yes, that's
Right.
fine. But he is not. He is not actually Abraham Lincoln.
I mean, it just, I don't know. It's one of those mental exercises,
Yeah.
you
And-
know?
This is Schrodinger's cat, kind of.
Kind
I
of.
mean, there's no right answer here. One, because we don't know how convergence would actually work,
No.
right?
Right.
You're talking about transferring consciousness. Now, this is actually, spoiler alert, is very much a central plot point to Alien Earth, the series that was on just recently on Hulu, where they took the consciousness of, if you will, of sick humans and transferred them to different bodies.
Yeah, it's
Now,
a common
it's-
plot point in a lot of sci-fi.
Oh yeah, so
You could take that for
fact that-
Free Jack as well, right?
well, yeah, it's Free Jack. You could even what was the other? You could almost take it to Dollhouse, the TV show.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good
Got
TV
canceled
show.
A little bit too quick. Canceled too quickly.
But completed. That's the thing about Dollhouse. They managed to actually complete it. That's what's impressive.
Completed, but not well.
I won't argue that point. But at least they completed it. So many shows aren't able to do anything. And Tron, you could say, so because Flynn was transferred into the computer in Tron and then came back, is that really the same Flynn? Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of them out there, but I don't know. It's just interesting. It's just interesting theory.
Now, see, here's the thing: if he was doing this for his own comfort, so that he could share memory, like he could vividly describe, like vacations or interactions that he had with her, and then he could basically relive them. So it's almost like, I'm thinking of it, if he did this more along the lines of Stark's, what was it, BARF?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
bad acronym one, right?
Yeah.
So he could relive scenes from his past with her. That's a different story. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm not exactly okay with it, but I wouldn't be as with it. This almost feels like he is trying to continue to profit on her image if it's going to be for entertainment, because I guarantee it's going to be a subscription.
Oh God, yeah,
thing.
subscription thing. Well, and
Right.
and yeah, and it is a bit of a slippery slope when you start doing those people who passed away, because I could see where this would become, they would market it as a therapy aid for loss, right? For people who lost somebody, so that they could still talk to their loved one or still converse with their loved one or whatever, and do exactly what you were talking about. But all it would be is a crutch, a never-ending crutch. So I can definitely see where it is a big problem.
It could be.
It's a digital seance, is what it is. That's what it is.
It's a Ouija board.
I can see it as a
just
therapy
useful.
part.
Yeah.
Like, the therapy part is intriguing. Case in point, so, like, I really didn't talk to my father. And when he passed, I never got that closure. So having something like that could be a tool to give you a sense of closure, probably a good use of AI. Again, this to me, I just don't like the idea that he's going to be trying to use it for other things, basically for public consumption.
Yeah.
That to me feels like profiteering. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think that might be where the line has to be drawn.
Yep, could be. So, I don't know. Speaking of profiteering...
Wait.
Go ahead.
Go on. Because there actually is there's an activity we can do here.
Uh-huh.
Because I'd say that what it can do is it can do a good job of predicting something that's known. But predicting something that isn't known, that's difficult. So if there's evidence of something... So, the fun thing we can do is... You guys at this point should have kind of a sense for what I like and don't like as far as movies goes. So we have a movie review coming up at the end of the episode. So write down what you think what score I'm giving today's movie.
Well,
let's not talk about it right now. Just write down what do you think I'm going to give that movie. I mean, Mike's the one who's going to talk about it, but
my only issue is you have a tendency to come up with your own new ratings.
Oh no, I'm not coming up. No. There's no more weird ratings.
Okay.
All right.
I got my prediction.
I got it.
Okay.
All right.
So
speaking of profiteering, the movie tonight is all about profiteering. And Mike is going to give us the synopsis of this Academy Award-winning film. What Academy? I have no idea. But Mike decided, hey, we're gonna trudge forward with this, and we're gonna go ahead and review this film. So, Mike, take it away with Hard Times from Amazon Prime.
Oh, God. Okay, so the movie starts with a man walking, playing bagpipes that don't appear to have any pipes. As I'm watching the credits as this unfolds, I see that Tiny Lister, who is known probably as the president in Fifth Element and Debo from the Friday series, as well as Linda Hamilton, are in this movie. So, despite my initial trepidation, I am starting to have a little bit of optimism. Maybe this will be okay. However, the tone for the movie is easily set and the bar is lowered when half the crowd at the funeral is discussing Franny's bony ass. I'm sorry, no, her bony arse. And at that point, I have to admit, I was quite shocked when I saw the actual Pfizer logos in this movie. The entire premise is the town is dying, but the only thing that is profitable in the town, apparently, Pfizer is making Viagra in this town. So the usual suspects, the great value version, decide that they're going to hijack a Pfizer truck and they're going to sell all of the Viagra that's in the truck. And that's how they're going to keep the town alive. As I am listening to the character who plays the postman in this town, who is one of the usual suspects, guys, I had to turn captions on because I had no idea what the hell he was saying. True Irishman. I can't tell it. So, 15 minutes in, I am starting to see that this movie may actually be playing right into Colin's wheelhouse. Scottish, which is really dollar store British, right? Heist flick. I don't know who actually thinks about stealing a truck full of Viagra, but is it actually full of pills or just the stuff to make the pills? Because that could be a problem. Now, it stands to reason that when you mess with Big Pharma, they're going to send in the big guns, which is how Tiny and Linda show up. They are the trackers. They are the recovery unit. They are here complete with the modified weather van set to track the beacon from the black box from the van. They're about as intimidating as a basket full of kittens. Except that Tiny is huge, of course. And the locals are all about screwing an American. So I'm not going to... The story bounces all over the place, okay? And this turns into the ending of the movie I can only describe as the Newhart ending. And I was about to lose my mind. But it's when I realized that this was the only logical ending to this movie. Also, there was a PSA at the end that Pfizer neither endorsed nor condoned this movie. And there was a PSA about if you are a sex addict or some shit. I don't know. The best way I can describe this movie is it is the full Monty without the Monty. So I'm going to give this a meh. I have no idea why Linda Hamilton agreed to be in this movie unless she got paid in pharmaceuticals or Guinness or something, or she owed somebody money, or she just happened to be on vacation and wanted to write it off. I don't know. I don't understand why a star of her caliber was in this movie. That's my biggest issue here. But I give it a meh.
Okay, I will go next, and then we'll have Colin do cleanup, and then we will reveal what we thought Colin was going to do after he does it. All right. So this movie is incredibly difficult to watch. Not necessarily because it is so bad. It is because it drags along so slowly. I have seen people in the World's Strongest Man competitions who are trying to drag a semi-truck, pulling it by a rope in their teeth, that move faster than this movie moves. All right? This thing just drug along so slow. It was just ridiculous. And the small little jokes in it, like, where'd you get this from? Oh, Ocean's 11. Was not that hilarious. All right? Where they hid the pills leads to the secondary, albeit much better, title for this movie. This movie should not have been called Hard Times. Holy Well, much better, or Holy Water, much better title for this movie. They should have stuck with that title. Then it wouldn't have gotten confused with the Charles Bronson movie from 1975 of the same name. All right? Because if you just look up Hard Times, it is difficult to actually find this movie. You'll find the Charles Bronson one because it was much more successful. Everything Mike said is absolutely correct. There's so many things in this movie, and
clip that part alone. Everything Mike says. I'm clipping that. It's my new. That is my new text notification.
It's just there's just I just have real problems watching movies that I don't mind a movie that drags in a little, one spot or another, but I swear the first 30 minutes of this movie took me 2 hours to get through. So it was very hard to get through this whole movie. And for that reason, I'm giving it a VERP because so difficult to watch. There's very few redeeming qualities about this movie in my mind. So yeah, it just took way too long for me to get through. All right, Colin, you're up.
Okay, I'll clean up a couple things real quick. So Irish, not Scottish, different island, completely different country. I mean, Ireland is a separate country from the UK, so just cover that. The pipes at the beginning of the movie are, I'm probably going to butcher this, but they're Elon pipes, or Elon pipes. I think they're Elon. Anyway, they're like Irish bagpipes, but you don't blow into Irish bagpipes. Like the bag part of it, like self-inflates, so you just squeeze it with your arm. That's why he wasn't blowing into it. Anyway, say that's what that was. So yeah, I am the one who likes. Well, this isn't British, but yeah, that's that kind of thing. Here's the thing. So there's a very famous sitcom called Mrs. Brown's Boys. That's an Irish sitcom. And there's a character on that show called Buster Brady. And Buster Brady is very much the kind of person who would come up with one of these capers. But here's the difference. In Mrs. Brown Boys, Buster comes up with this caper and then walks off stage and then doesn't come back until several scenes later when whatever that thing happened. Because they know that nobody wants to watch the actual caper in an Irish comedy. The setup is funny, and it happened and some things went wrong. That part's funny. The actual goofy British Isles messing things up kind of thing, and nobody wants to watch that. That's why Mrs. Brown Boys is great, and this also gets a VERP for me. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. It is a slog to get through. It doesn't get to worse than VERP just because there are moments of interest. But yeah, it's a sitcom episode that could have been a 5 minute aside that was stretched into an hour and a half long movie. I'm assuming it's an hour and a half. I didn't look that up, but there's no reason to watch this.
How did I give this the highest rating out of the three of us?
I'm not
know.
sure.
The world is upside down.
The question is, what did you think Colin was going to give it? A meh?
Meh.
I thought he was going to give it a VERP, and I got it right.
Although, I will say this: we really need to get the scale written down because we have pretty good variability on the above meh side, but I had trouble figuring out what the scale actually is between.
Do you know what makes the scale difficult, Colin?
When I come up with new ones, I already came up with one new one.
Oh, show, I'm going to come up with, I am going to do a distinct on that column, and I am going to assign who has come up with every variant between.
Yes.
All right.
Like, you mean like hardcore puke, OMG, WTF, BBQ, exclamation mark. I mean, that's off Mike's. Here we go. Skid marks, TV smile, puke with chunks.
I believe you were the first not
saggy boner.
you were the first real movie. You were.
We've only done the one real movie, and honestly, it's because I could not figure out what to give that movie a rating. So I came up with I refused.
What was it? A couple of movies ago, I think you did something like mayonnaise because I just couldn't pick between it was every other movie that I thought it was or something like that. I mean,
then the asteroid hit.
So, and then the asteroid hit.
And then the asteroid hit.
Couldn't care less. Yeah, exactly. So
that is not what that one was.
So
that one basically was. Second, I'm checking. Anyway, I was just looking through the sheet. Yeah, we all have lots of those in our columns.
No, he's not wrong. I am guilty of it, but in fairness, I did come up with the puke to Schneike's scale initially. So
yeah, that's okay. Yes, it makes it really difficult to assign numeric ratings to them, and so that I can then put it into an application that people can rank and sort and everything else when new ones keep getting added.
Next,
it was basically it was supposed to be Super Mav versus Kill with Fire is what that one was supposed to be. But yeah, anyway, even for the official ratings, I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Like, what is one up above puke?
That was Verb.
Okay. Yeah. So I chose Verb correctly. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, all right. All right. Next up, we need to pick the next movie.
Okay, and I would like to yes, Colin is on deck. So we've got 1 to 35.
33.
33. I think that's usually a good sign when it's a later one. No, it is not.
Yeah, we're no. This one will hold for next time, so Shaggy can do it.
All right.
6. I am not doing a Tale of
Legendary. What? Wait. No, this is not even. No, this is going off of the friggin' list.
Shaggy. I'm okay with that one too.
What?
Hold on. No, time out for 1 second. Before we go any further, I want to see.
What? What was the one that I had put on?
Of course, it's friggin' ads. A Tale of Legendary Libido. You kiss my ass, man.
What was the movie called?
A Tale of Legendary Libido. A raunchy American Pie-esque comedy of sex done in feudal Korea?
What? Really? Why did I?
Yes.
I don't remember adding that one.
No, I didn't do it.
I don't. It's in Korean. Why would I add that one?
That's exactly the point. That's what I was trying to get to.
I don't think I've added that one.
Have you been hitting the Ambien again?
No.
Because there's no reason that this should have been on here.
I don't think I added that. No, I wouldn't have added. I don't like to read.
Really? Do you think either one of us added this?
Well, maybe.
Are you serious right now?
Maybe
are you serious? No. Are you seriously trying to shift blame for that being on the list to Colin or me?
I don't remember ever putting it on there. I mean, I don't know why I would put a Korean film on there.
I don't know either, and we will explore this more next show. 1 to 34. What's the next pick here?
6.
6. This one might be a little better if it's still available. Okay, this could be interesting. It's Amazon Prime, starring. Who are these people? I know these people. Who are they? Starring. No, something's not right here.
What?
It's called For Better or For Worse, and it's on Amazon Prime. And I see Kim Cattrall, and I see the dude from Airplane. A secret agent tries to take time off for a honeymoon in Madrid, but finds herself involved in the espionage business all the same.
Oh, interesting. From 1990. Huh.
It's been on the list a long time.
It's a comedy. It's got three ratings. 3-star, 4-star, and a 5-star. So of the three people,
Charles Rocket, Christopher Lee, and Jerry Lazarus.
Yep.
So
this is the thing that kills me here. So they list those three as the top cast, but then the picture has Kim Cattrall. This is not a good sign in any way, shape, or form.
Well, no. Yeah, Jonathan Banks is in it too. Doris Roberts. Yeah. It's
I just screwed that up.
interesting.
Well,
Yep, it's a Tubi film.
does Tubi still? No,
Oh,
Freevee that
wait,
disappeared.
hold
No,
on.
it's
I think it's because it used to be known by a different name. It used to be known by Honeymoon Academy originally. That may be why we can't find anything with it, because it was a different...
Well, the link that's on there.
Yeah. I'm sure. I think this is just one of those movies where it was, dual titles.
You go to IMDb, you search for Honeymoon Academy, and then it comes up with For Better or Worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah. But, I mean, it looks like a fairly star-studded cast. Gordon Jump's in it. You know?
Well, okay.
That's Mr. Carlson from WKRP.
Oh.
So, can't be too bad.
Let's see. This is the first movie the director directed, followed by Why Me with Christopher Lambert.
Well, it can't be too bad because that same director also did Loaded. He was the writer for Loaded Weapon 1, and he was also the writer for. He was the writer for Police Academy 3 and Police Academy 4. And we know those were huge hits.
And the last movie he directed was in 2004 called Funky Monkey.
And he was an uncredited actor in Police Academy 5. So he's got a history of... Oh, but he did the screenplay for The Musketeer, and I think we all like that one. Oh, and he did the screenplay for Welcome to Sudden Death. We liked that movie. We watched it. So, yeah. All right, cool. Well, that's another show in the books, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that said, we're going to be back in 2 weeks. And that'll put us that'll put us the week before Thanksgiving. So it'll be all turkey talk and getting ready. And that'll start our kickoff for Christmas movies. So we will start picking our Christmas movies on the next show. Because the movie we pick that show will be November for our December 1st movie. So, folks, if you have any Christmas B movies that you'd like us to watch that are available for streaming, go ahead and send those in to show at PTR Radio, and we will add them to our list. We have watched some. We've watched Anna and the Apocalypse. We've watched Santa Jaws. So those are off the table. We've already done those, but we've got, I'm sure there's tons more out there. So, if you do have recommendations for holiday-themed movies that we should be watching, we're always up for recommendations. That's actually true for any movies that you want to add to our list. If we've already seen them, we'll let you know. And at some point, you'll be able to check the website and find out how we rated things, which we will talk about our rating systems on the next show. It's now on the white sheet for the next show. So, with that said, I don't have anything coming up until the end of January. I have been booked for the Crime Stoppers Trivia Night already, and that is going to begin advertising here shortly. And that, again, biggest trivia event in Illinois. And so looking forward to that the end of January. So, but other than that, I don't have anything on the books right now. You guys got anything that you guys want to join in with? Mike, any surgeries you want to announce?
No surgeries.
Okay. No discounts like buy one bullet extraction, get the second one half off?
No.
Okay. Just checking. So.
No, because I have to work out the pricing since, money isn't going to be worth anything.
Yeah, true. All right, folks. Well, again, we'll be back on the 17th, so don't forget, check out the website, ptrradio.com, for all the information as well as how to contact the show, and check out our podcast as well. All right, folks, that's it for now. I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I'm Mike the 8 Man.
Stick a fork in us, folks. We are done. Later.